Good afternoon, everybody. Going to go over our Forex trades for today, Wednesday, May 11th. Four trades, actually two scalps, which we correlated again, just like yesterday, which were both last night. No real economic news to speak about this morning. Just two stories. Goldman Sachs warns central banks may unleash financial turbulence, rate shock as it cuts the yield forecast on treasuries. No big surprise there. And then billionaire hedge fund manager Paul Singer manages about 28 billion, 26 billion, something like that. He said gold's best quarter in 30 years is probably just the beginning, that it makes a great deal of sense to own gold. Other investors may finally be starting to agree. Singer wrote, and one of the big investors he said that may be starting to agree is the Stanley Druckenmiller, which we spoke about, I think, about a week or so ago. Really, that's it. Like I said, not much to talk about. So we did have two scalps. Again, we correlated both in U.S. dollar, Japanese yen. It moves nicely in the evenings, so we look for setups there. We, instead of being full, we did full scalps, but instead of just being completely directionally risked, we correlate it with the Swiss franc and Japanese yen, which is very highly correlated. Just to increase our risk a little bit, yesterday we were at 80%. Last night we were at 50%. So take a little bit more risk that way, but still not fully directional risk. So we're really lowering our directional risk by having the correlation there between the Swiss franc and the U.S. Swiss franc Japanese yen and the U.S. dollar Japanese yen. So let's get to it. First trade, we had a signal to go short U.S. dollar Japanese yen 109.242. You can see what it did. It took a little bit, but then it started to came in 109.107. Had a feeling it was going to make a run to the figure. Probably got out a little bit too early. The first initial move down, it did. It ran down to about 109.4, 109.3 on the bid side, thereabouts. We covered 109.107, picking up 13.5 pips. Again, that's full. Correlated with Swiss franc Japanese yen, 50% of our size, of our US dollar Japanese yen size. So we were long 111.989. Obviously went against this because they're highly correlated. Got out of that at 111.876 for a loss of 11.3, or size adjusted 5.6. So second trade was on this breakdown. After it took out the figure of 109, we gave it about 5 pips or so. We took it short at 108.950 where we got filled. We ended up covering 108.822 for 12.8 pips. Again, it's a full-size scalp. You really don't want to not be in front of the computer when you trade these. Probably got out of it a little bit too early. Obviously, you can see the initial move down. It ran all the way down to 108.60 before bouncing. So again, probably got out of it a little bit too soon. But, we're correlated with the Swiss franc Japanese yen, so you also have to take that into consideration as you're watching that move. And that we were long from 111.821, and you can see it just, the almost identical type moves. We lost 11.1 pips there, or size adjusted 5.6, as we had 50% of our normal size. So in the end, between the four trades, or two scalps, or whatever you want to call it, four trades, picked up 15.1 pips with a size adjusted basis, considering Swiss franc and Japanese yen. But we'll take it, no economic news this morning. Last night there wasn't even much economic news. It was small data coming out from Australia. So this was just pure traders taking positions based off of technical analysis rather than fundamental analysis coming out from a country's economy or anything like that. So we'll take it, and we'll move on to tomorrow. If we get some action tonight or tomorrow morning, we'll do another video. If you're still trading, good luck. Have a great rest of your day.